welcome and thank you for joining me and the rest of us at the Old Grumpy Prosperity Team for this week's episode of Grow Your Mind and Your Money. Now, tonight we are having a panel discussion that will help my girls, the Prosperous Divas, prepare for our very first ever workshop in beautiful Houston, Texas. And now it is time for a little spoken word to kick off our show. And as always, we kick things off right with none other than Shani, the original Sunshine Princess of Poetry. Shani, take it away.
Thank you, Korner. That was such a beautiful introduction. As always, I love your energy. So I'm giving you some of that good energy back. Hey, 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 Shani the Poet's original Sunshine Princess of Poetry. And in lieu of Valentine's Day time, I can't even talk right, quickly approaching because I'm already blushing for the piece that I get to share with you guys. And it's called Playtime. So go ahead and snuggle close. It's going to be a little happy at the end. I knew it was playtime when I heard music that made me think of you and me. How we be so into our thing. Hugs that give a lift, and those lips, ooh, the softest I've ever kissed. Sexy and intelligent times two. Yeah, baby, that be me and you. He likes the sweet water, and I like the long hours, the chase and the catch, the connection and the challenges. So I'm happy to go down for it, and he lets me come so he can sip it up. Sometimes he needs a smack to hold him, because when she hold him, he be good, pulsating, stimulating, we losing control. No limits, no ceilings, no, baby, no boundaries. Love the way he licks my lips, his favorite cream feeling. Oh, shit. Outside, a window's open, deep stroking. Can I slide over so I can slide on it and ride so I find release? So who's on first or who's coming first? Catch up or you'll be behind. And when he's behind, I push it up and throw it back. Because, yeah, baby, that's your fact. Push it up and throw it back. So it's your turn. Go ahead and get you some. My turn. Let me get me some. It's getting warm. Whew. Or is it me? I got that good and he got me. Sometimes steaming. I can't get enough. Sometimes he give it to me rough. And sometimes we make love. Our vibrations so high that we be high on us. That feeling each other coming without even touching. That's that good loving. Gripping my thick so I can grip my, oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying that. Having me having flashbacks. Smack that, I've been bad. Wait, I'm due for some maintenance, ready for some flexing. Tapping out is definitely not an option. So, ooh, I know you're ready too. So come on, it's time to play.
Snap, snap, snappity snap.
Snap, snap, snap.
Snap, snap, snap.
Ah!
Oh, so I hope you guys enjoyed Playtime. I figured I'd start us off early. Before we continue, it is time to see what money-making thoughts Ronnie B has for us today.
Thank you, Shani the Poet. It's good to have you on the show tonight. And as you said, the Prosperous Divas, they're busily working away, getting their workshop together, their first ever. And tonight we have Miss Cookie back. It just has not been the same show. The no recipes. I put it like this: Nakia did her best with those Prosperous Spirits, but it just ain't the same. Now, in honor of Maurice White, Earth, Wind, and Fire, I'll say the greatest American band ever. And I looked at the money-making thought, and I said, there's a song, the lyrics to a song they wrote, performed greatly, will be our money-making thought, and you'll see why. Keep your head to the sky. Master told me one day I'd find peace in every way, but in search for the clue, wrong things I was bound to do. Keep my head to the sky for the clouds to tell me why. As I grew with strength, Master kept me as I repent. Keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. Gave me the will to be free. Purpose to live is reality. Found myself never alone. Changes come to make me strong. Step right up. Be a man. You need faith to understand. So we're saying for you to hear, keep your head in faith atmosphere. Keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. What I've learned about myself and growing my mind, when it comes to the theme, keep your head to the sky, and the action I will take is, what I've learned is when my eyes and heart is focused on the sky being my highest good and the highest for best, I tend to step past all the crappy stuff, and good just starts happening. Now, action I would take is, when I notice I'm looking down at my shoes, I'll turn my head upward. It's time for our panel discussion. Nakia, over to you.
Thank you, Ronnie B. Well, our theme. So, we're asking our panel to share an issue that goes with our theme, keeping your head to the sky. Give us an issue, and what does that look like when it comes to our theme, keeping your head?
I think that was a little convoluted there, my dear.
Oh, well, I would ask you, Ronnie B., to clarify that for me.
We're asking our panel to share an issue and what keeping your head to the sky as far as this issue looks.
Okay. So, Ronnie
probably
B.,
not a good writing. And probably not a good writing, but we'll work with it. So that would be the issue. Like, I can never find people who know what they're doing to get the work that I need done unless they want to charge some exorbitant amount and then deliver poor work that looks like some high school student did it, and they want a lot of money. Now, that's an issue. And it's like, Now, keeping my head to the sky, I stopped looking at the people who don't have the competencies and start looking at the people around me who may be demonstrating that they know what to do and asking them. So keeping my head to the sky would be looking over those people for the right people, looking right past them.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ronnie B. So
next, I'm going to ask the beautiful and lovely Shani, what is your issue and how do you keep your head to the sky?
Well, hello, Empress of Faith. My issue is creating amazing work and people not appreciating the work. Like they enjoy how beautiful it is, but they don't want to pay what it's worth. And that had been very frustrating for me, especially last year, because I hit a lot of road bumps, and sometimes that can be discouraging if you don't know who you are. With that being said, because I do know who I am, I decided to change the circle that I was in, because if you can't appreciate it, somebody does, because it's everything that I put out has been amazing, because I never do anything without thought of what I want. Like I want it to reflect a certain thing, and the detail in it very specific, and I'm sure I've drove a lot of people nuts as I've been doing different projects. But for those people that thought, oh, well, that's beautiful, but they don't want to pay the price for the amazing work, then they weren't the people that I'm supposed to be targeting. So I had to change.
So you're right.
Preach, sister, preach. So that's how I kept my head to the sky as I changed my circle.
All right. There's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes that's the only thing we can do in order to let them go. Well, the lovely and beautiful Miss Quiet Storm, who's always keeping us on target. What about you, honey?
Thank you so much for that. Miss Nikia. Well, I would have to say I kept my head to the sky when I had to return home. I had to return home back in 2008 due to financial reasons, and it was really, really embarrassing for me. It was very tough. But on top of that, my family relationships, especially with my sister, turned out to be just really unpleasant, which was unexpected. It was totally unexpected. And as I was going through it, I could see why my sister was frustrated, and I could see why she was, I'll just say, just filled with a lot of anger and resentment. And I could also see it in myself. But what I decided to do was not give in to that as a way for me to be with her, not give it right back to her or any of that. And you might say, it really would take somebody else saying this, but I will say it. I took the high ground, not holier than thou or anything like that, but I just tried to appreciate where she was coming from, because I could understand that, but also still keep my own sanity.
Wow.
And I was able to do that without without having things spiral down past, just words. And I was actually noticed by some other relatives and, complimented for that. But it helped me to just stay on track, because I knew that my time there was not going to be forever. And so I just focused on that. And, not only was I able to forgive my sister, but I was able to forgive myself. And so I was able to just kind of keep my head to the sky, so to speak, and it worked out. She actually did see it, even though she was still holding on to, whatever her issues were. But things are a lot better now, and I'm grateful for that. So I was able to keep my head to the sky by not joining the fray, so to speak.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Well, I myself is Miss Cookie? Miss Cookie?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I love you. I apologize.
No need for apologies.
You were so quiet over there, and, I'm keeping my head to the sky. And
oh, now she's blind by the sky.
My eyes like a little tired.
Oh, girl, you're wrong.
But you know what? That light started shining so brightly, and it was glistening, and I had to stop and say, "Oh, Lord, okay, thank you, Jesus." So, Miss Cookie, beautiful and wise Miss Cookie, that we look up to so highly, can you definitely grace us with an issue that you have come across currently or in the past, and you were still able to keep your head to the sky?
Thank you for those kind words. I just recently had an issue that involved my husband more than it did me, and he was given some news that I thought was inappropriate, and news that he should not have received, being home alone.
Oh.
And I had to definitely keep my eyes to the sky, from which cometh my help, and my help cometh from the Lord. He helps me to get through any of these trials that I have to go through. And just today I was reading a scripture that said, it reminded me that every day is a new season.
Mm-hmm.
And every season is a gift from God. He put us in these seasons so we will realize that He's still in charge, and whatever we are, do not give in to it, that He will see us through it. And we should be grateful for, if you have faith in Him, that He will get you through it, and you will always be come out the winner. Whether anyone else think you are, you will know within yourself that you have conquered something, and that as long as you keep your mind focused on the sky and who is giving you your strength and your guidance, and following that, you'll be okay.
All right. See, Lord, confirmation in the name of Jesus.
Okay.
Woo! Thank you. So, now I would like to share my issues and how I kept and continue to keep my head to the sky. See? Divine order, proper, decent, and in order. So, my issue, the one I've been dealing with the most recently, is not being able to attend my Sunday services as I would like to, and I'm accustomed to, and I am groomed to, and I need, okay? In addition to dealing with females on the job that have a inferiority complex and feel intimidated by another woman working and coming into their quote-unquote house and working in their environment, doing what I do and excelling at it and being good at what I do no matter what it is, not just because of my efforts, but because of the favor that God has of my life and how he placed me in places, and I continue to be obedient and doing his will. So therefore, I have those challenges and adversity that I come up against. And for whatever reason, it tends to be females in whichever area I found myself in thus far. So the issue of keeping my tongue within my mouth and not allowing that sword that double-edged sword to put me in a position to where I can speak up and say my piece and don't have to cuss anybody out, but I can be nice and nasty with it and get my point across, or keep my mouth closed and just trust in God's will and be obedient to him and follow the proper protocol and not be subjected to scrutiny at a different level, because in someone else's eyes they would have felt I should have did it a different way. So me keeping my head to the sky is me keeping myself humble and trusting in God's plan. And though I have those challenges because I feel as though I'm being treated unjustly by someone else because of their insecurities, it hurts me within so passionately when someone deliberately lies or manipulates a situation to try to make themselves appear bigger than what they are when I have done no harm to them intentionally, just by doing what I'm doing right. And I struggle, yet I look at what God's plan is for my life, and I trust in his word and in his promises. And although my struggles may seem overwhelming at times, I stop and I find a way to just listen to him and praise him, and even through my tears, thank him in advance, because I never know what tomorrow holds. And I know my situations are temporary, and I trust and I know and I believe in my heart of hearts that no matter what I'm going through it for a reason and for a purpose and for God to develop my character and strengthen me and prepare me for what he has for me on the other side, whether he's shown me or he hasn't, but just continuing to trust in him through the process. And knowing that I believe in him and I have that faith that's beyond a mustard seed level, he sent my Father, not just Christ Jesus himself, but my earthly Father in my presence on today to speak to me. In addition to 2 other individuals, and things happens in 3s, 5s, and 7s. So I trust where I'm going in that process. And as long as I continue to trust in him and look up, I am going to continue to keep my head into the sky and move forward and wade through that water no matter what the challenge shall be. So I challenge each and every person that listens to us and just absorbs our testimonies and our issues and our challenges and our opportunities to move forward and advance yourself, and step back and reflect. And no matter what your situations appear to be, keep your head to the sky and identify ways of getting beyond those moments so you can step forth into the next and achieve your destiny. So thank you for listening. But right now it's time for a Prosperous Spirit. Miss Cookie, give us some love.
Okay. Oops. Just a moment. Sorry. Thank you, Nakia. God is my source of infinite abundance. While I recognize God as the ultimate source of my good, other people are the channels through which my prosperity flows. employers, employees, customers, and coworkers are channels or pipes of God, unlimited good. Conflicts are quickly resolved. As I remember, we are here to serve each other. Just as others contribute to my financial increase, I also share prosperity with the people in my life. As I pay bills, I give thanks for the service they covered. When money or other forms of prosperity come my way, I am grateful for the law of circulation. Whether I give or receive, my long and loving attitude strengthen our connection. Today, I thank God for the people who are channels or prosperity in my life. Shani, take us to break.
Thanks, Miss Cookie. Stay tuned for The Kitchen with Miss Cookie and Quiet Storm featuring music from Cheryl Reid on the Korner. We'll be right back.
Clarity. In prayer, I create a clear vision for my future. When I set goals, I pray for my way to be made clear. I center myself and turn to the quiet place within. In the stillness, I listen for divine guidance. What is mine to do? How am I to do it? Gaining clarity is the first step toward achieving my vision. I call to mind the image of a crystal clear glass of water and ask Spirit for the same crystal clear clarity of my future direction. I trust that my path is unfolding in the perfect way at the perfect time. All is in divine order. Divinely guided, I follow the clear path to my vision. Aligned with Spirit, I advance toward my goal with clarity and confidence. What was once beyond my reach is now within my grasp. Then Jesus laid his hands on his eyes again, and he looked intently, and his sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly. Mark 8:25.
Welcome back. We give it up to you on Grow Your Mind and Money. And, baby, you better believe that we do it all with love. Okay, so something smells great. It's got to be the dish Miss Cookie is whipping up in that kitchen. Miss Cookie, what you got going on over there?
Thank you, Shani, and welcome to the kitchen. We have a great recipe to feed those hearty appetites that have been working diligently on growing their minds and money. It is time for a game day recipe that works any day of the week. Just kick off your shoes. It will only take 30 minutes. And it is called Hungry Football Every Day. Its prep time is 20 minutes, total time is 30 minutes, and it serves 8. Get those pens and paper handy. You will need the following ingredients: 1 pound of ground beef, lean beef, 3/4 cups chopped yellow onion, 1 package, that's 1.2 25-ounce chili season mix, 1 can 16-ounce beans in chili season sauce undrained, 1 can 14.5-ounce Hunt diced tomatoes undrained. Get the little petite cute ones. 1 can 10-ounce Rotel original diced tomatoes and green chilies and undrain it. 1 can 8-ounce Hunt tomato sauce, 1 cup of water. Preparation: cook the beef and onion in a large sauce pan over medium-high heat for 5 minutes until beef is crumbled and no longer pink. Stirring occasionally. Drain off. Stir in seasoned mix and remaining ingredients. Bring to a boil. Reduce. Heat to medium. Simmer for 10 minutes, stirring several times. Get those favorite crackers of yours, eat and enjoy. It is time for the Korner with Quiet Storm. Let's give her a smooch and a rose.
Thank you so much, Miss Cookie. That was a really nice treat. Well, people, you know what time it is. It is time to hear some featured music here on the Korner. Now, tonight we are featuring music from Cheryl Reid. Now, Cheryl is out of Los Angeles, California, and the name of her album is Follow My Rule. And as you know, we usually ask our team to listen to the tracks and then vote whether that track should get a smooch and a rose or if it needs more fertilizing. And tonight, the first track up again is Follow My Rule. Hit it!
To an end, and a weekend full of playtime began. The night is rise, the music calls. I'm looking fly once for all. No one's gonna break this feeling I feel. I got plans of what I wanna do, yeah. And if you wanna come along, baby, that's cool. But listen up, it's not about us. Let's get and enjoy, don't need the fuss. Tonight is mine, not all about you. So listen, baby. It's not all about you. It's not all about you. Tonight is my soul. Yeah. Just need to follow my rules. Follow my rules, follow my rules, follow my rules, yeah. Let's dance so hard that our bodies will sway. Then I'm lost in the groove with every step, yeah. You catch me, baby, let me go. Serve your purpose, now watch me flow. Through the room as I do my thing. Feel a little air as my breath returns. Desire in you deep, it burns, yeah. Sipping conversate the night away, but don't get sensitive when I say tonight's about me, not all about you. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's not all about you. It's not all about you. Yeah. Just need to follow my rules. Follow my rules, follow my rules, follow my rules. Follow my rules, baby. Follow my rules, baby. Follow my my rules, baby.
Okay, you heard it. You heard it. You heard it. That was Follow My Rule. And, of course, we are going to follow our panel to see exactly what they think of that track. Panel. We want to find out if Follow My Rule is going to get Smooch and a Rose or free fertilizer tonight. And the first person up on the panel, that is going to be the lovely and wonderful Miss Shani.
I don't know. I kind of had mixed emotions with that piece. I like the beat. I was just waiting for some more content. But I'm not going to fertilize her tonight because I'm in such a loving mood. I'm going to give her a rose petal.
Okay.
And hope that the next one is better.
She may very well need it. Okay. All right. Well, you heard it. We got one rose petal, and we're moving forward. And next up, let's go with Ronnie B.
Actually, it was a nice beat, and I liked the little funky guitar and bass and everything. It wasn't a great track, but it wasn't like a bad track, so I'm going to give it a smooch.
A smooch and a rose
No,
petal.
I'm not going to give it a rose. I'm not going to give it a rose. I'll give it a smooch. Like I said, it wasn't a bad track, but it wasn't a great track. So, and it had some, some good elements. So I'll give it a smooch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
But no
Shani
rose,
gave it a
no
rose
rose.
petal, and you are now giving it a smooch. Okay, great. We are moving on. And next up, let's go with Nakia.
All right. It was very interesting. Depending on your mood and what's going on determines what happens, okay? And how a person is able to receive that track. So I ain't mad at you, girl. Follow your rules. It's about following her rules because she's tired of the dominated species of the man having his way. So either you follow her rules or you move on. So I ain't mad at you. Now, I could groove with it a little bit over here, but I wouldn't be out in the street necessarily grooving with it. Because her music is slightly older than old school, and I love me some old school music. But it's just that mix is just something is just not right. So it wasn't extremely terrible at all, like Ronnie said. But I can't give her a full smooch in a row. So Ronnie gave her some smooches. A smooch. Shauna gave her a rose petal. I will give her some additional petals and almost give her the ability to have a full rose. And the rest home is cookie because I don't know.
That was hilarious.
Man,
well, you were very generous for someone who, doesn't quite know, is not quite sure. Okay, all right. She has something to work with. Well, last but certainly not least, Miss Cookie. Follow my rule. Do you like that one, Miss Cookie?
What rule? Did she give us a rule to follow? I don't think so.
That's a good point.
So for that point alone, I'm just going to go on and give her some fertilizer so she can go to work on it. because it just missed the whole thing. You know, I'm waiting here for her to load the boom down here with this rules we supposed to be following, and I didn't hear any. My surgery was not in my ear.
Y'all better be watching out for this cookie.
We now have some complimentary elements. We have rose petals. We have smooches and roses, and we have fertilizer. And that all works together. I have to give it some more fertilizer. Yes, I have to say I kind of tuned this song out. It was just that bad to me. So, unfortunately, I'm going to give the young lady some fertilizer and hope that she can do something with that.
Help her grow.
Keep hope alive. Now that was Follow My Rule. And, if you all out there listening, if you liked what you heard from Miss Cheryl Reid, you can check her out at lotusrecords.us. Well, I'm wondering right now what very special dish Nakia has whipped up for us on Food for Thought.
Well, all right. Your outlook. Okay. So, if you look for reasons to be angry, you will find plenty of them. Look inside. Look instead for reasons to be joyful, and see them everywhere. This day, this world, the event, and people in it will reflect yourself back at you. Give love, give joy, respect, understanding, creativity, and good cheer, and get back much of the same. Choose to be hopeful, and you will find yourself putting your hopeful outlook into action. Almost like magic, you'll also find yourself connected to others who share your positive perspective. Even your small corner of the universe is so stuffed full of motion, objects, ideas, events, and other stimuli, you can't possibly comprehend it all. Out of limitless possibilities, you choose your outer experiences based on your inner stories. What kind of stories are you repeating to yourself? Are they stories of fear and despair, or stories of hope, love, of giving and sharing and achievement? Your outlook is more than just what you think of the world. It is what makes the world, and it is what you make of the world, of your life, and you have every reason to make it the best you can imagine. Given the theme, your outlook, I will personally continue to lift my eyes up from which my health comes from and remain positive off a positive aura about myself, my situations, and my environment. Do my best not to complain, but look at the realities for what they are. Take my time and pick and choose those things that I can personally change to remove the negativity and walk more into the positivity. Yet, understand that I can't change everything. I cannot fix everything. And I cannot make everything be positive or perfect. And for those things that I cannot change or alter or deviate or run from, and your girl ain't planning on running, I will walk through it with my head held high and understand that on the other side of that experience are greater days and greater things and a stronger me and a better me. What about you? Over to Quiet Storm for the prosperity word.
Thank you, Lady Nakia. That was definitely thought-provoking. Prosperity word. Let go and be free. We have been spending the start of this year by clearing out a lot of physical, mental, and spiritual muck that's been holding us hostage to the past. We have old resentments, old conversations about people or things, old ways of being and behaving around people or doing work, old righteous views of the world and the people in it. All that clutter, all that crap keeps us stuck in the muck. Let go and be free of your righteousness and allow grace and possibility to knock at your door frequently. The work. Clean out your closets, clean out your car, clean out all your old emails and computer files. Cleanse your mind for prosperity. Heaven forbid you should delete something that forces you to create newly, freshly, perhaps even more passionately and boldly. Create a list of things, people, conversations that you choose to let go, and share that list with at least 3 people who will support you in letting go. Do not attempt this alone. Get support. This is the key. Say this affirmation daily. I now let go of worn-out things, worn-out conditions, worn-out relationships. Divine order is now established and maintained in me and in my world. Share your list with at least one person daily and invite them to participate. And remember, demand a miracle.
A world of peace and prosperity, one listener at a time. Until next time, grow your mind and your money, because, yeah, it's a beautiful thing